T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, T-Man 978 reviewing two of the lions from this Voltron Legendary Defender set. It's going to be yellow and blue because they are very similar. Next video, I'm going to get to these two, green and red. And then I'm going to do another video with Voltron as a whole, comparing all the lions and then combining it and talking about the combined form. So without further ado, here's a look over the blue lines packaging right here. It comes in a clear transparent plastic bubble right there, so you know what you're looking for. It's a big box, really. Here's the back artwork and whatnot. Here's a little tiny bio right there telling you about the blue line's power. Here is the pilot for the blue line right there, Lance. And there you go right there. Here's the yellow lion. There's the weapon right there they're talking about. Here's a little power bio right there. More stuff like that. Pilot. And that's that right there. Here are Lance and Hunk piloting their speeders. Unfortunately, they didn't paint them very well at all. I mean, you can't really see them because they're all black. So, that is unfortunate. They're made out of a pliable material. This part is painted, but unlike the packaging, they didn't paint the faces. Same thing goes for this dude, Lance. It is two shades, but no paint went to the pilot at all, so it almost makes it a waste because it doesn't look like a pilot. It just looks like just a thing and not a person. Just like the black lion, the speeder can fly on over and store inside of a panel inside the lion. They stay pretty secure, and that shot's secure right there. It actually has an outline for the speeder, so that helps you know which character should fit into which lion, besides it being color-coded, of course. But these two lions, coincidentally, when I was a kid, I can't remember who gave them to me, whether it was somebody's parent or whether it was an actual kid, but I actually owned the die-cast lions from the 80s and none of the other lions. So I used to suck just having two legs for Voltron, but these two are the most similar. Well, I ain't gonna say they're the most similar, but these two are similar because they both become legs. Hunk's lion is more bulky in this form from this show. The back is molded differently and the head is molded differently, but everything else is pretty much the same. I believe everything is the same, really, because the whole butt panels right there, they look identical. So it's just basically the back, this part of the back, and the head. Their heads, well, let's you see this. Their paint work is a little bit messy. Like, I don't know, you can see that silver right there that dripped over. And the nose is messy. So, it's mostly good, but it gets a little iffy in spots. Like, it's a little bit light right there on that yellow plastic right there. So the yellow paint definitely doesn't look that good, but it's pretty good overall though, so I'm not going to complain too much. The tail, it can just rotate like this, but you have to make sure you pull it all the way out until you see this little notch, because you have to push it in for the combined form, so definitely pull it out. And I don't think it's all the way out when you get it out of the packaging. Articulation, head can look down, head can look all the way up. It can swivel a little bit because that functions as ankle pivot in combined mode. And the mouth opens to reveal a little like blaster or whatnot, but it is spring loaded, so it just shuts. And here's something I like doing right here. fun to me because the head just goes up. All the articulation, and I'm not going to do the articulation on the blue lion. I'm just going to show you the arms can go that far forward before bumping, go back, bend like that, and bend down. This can rotate all the way around, bend all the way up like that, bend like that, and the foot goes back and forth. It would have been nice if this thing had shoulders, or whatever you would call this part of a cat, that swung outward and some ankle pivot in the paw, but it doesn't. But yeah, that's all the articulation for both of them. But let's let you see the details on the blue lion. It's like when I look at it, I can definitely see the old 80s lions, but the design is really, really different because these things are way more round than the originals. The originals were way more square. This white paint is not that good. White paint on the mouth is a little bit iffy. Like I can see the blue bleeding through right there. There's chips already. So these things look better than the Power Ranger Zords paint wise and color scheme wise, and definitely articulation, but they aren't 100% perfect. But for $20, yeah, this is really, well, it's less. This is less than $20. So I kind of don't know what I wish. I wish they would have made them like $20 and gave it a little bit more articulation, like being able to turn the head left and right, or swivel rotate right here at the neck, because there's no reason why they couldn't put a neck rotation right there. I don't know why they didn't add that, and add that articulation back here that I would have liked. And oh yeah, this is probably the thinnest feeling part that you have to manipulate on both lions. So there you go with that. You can lift that up, but that doesn't serve any function in the lion mode. And if you want to see what he looks like with that back, you could do that if you want and give him a longer neck, but it's supposed to be like this. Accessories: the blue lion's ice ray cannon looks like this, and this even has paint on it, which is good. Basically, you just clip it over. There's two little notches down there. Pull it down until it goes there and doesn't move, basically. And it has this little, I guess, ice missile that you can load up in there. And this is how powerful it is. So it does go a little bit far. Now here's the yellow lion's armored disc launcher, which is very huge and detailed and full of nice paint right there. All these different shades and color. I mean, I'm just shocked about that. But basically it has like this and this. It's supposed to clip right there on the yellow lion. Which, yeah, there, it's on it. The launcher part is there. You got to make sure that's towards the front. It has these little discs right here. Basically, you just load them in there. I could put 4 in there. The only bad thing about this is they don't stay in there securely, so you won't be able to just walk around with them. Or, I mean, turn it upside down without them falling out. But how it works is you pull this lever right here back, and it is very powerful. And I like that right there. Before I end things, I want to definitely show them in some like cat-like poses and whatnot. I mean, the arms aren't the most articulated because of that lack of motion right there that I was mentioning, but they still have a lot of joints. And if I didn't mention it, all of the paws are made out of a softer, more pliable, rubbery feeling material or plastic. But there you go with that right there. So, and I don't know if I showed the blue lion's mouth opening, but the blue lion's mouth seems to open a little bit more, and the teeth aren't painted. And the blue lion's head doesn't shoot up as much as the yellow lion. Transformation to leg mode is very simple. What you need to do is push this back, angle it out. Push the neck back, angle the head up like that, and basically rotate the legs up and keep the paws flush with the jaw of the lions so it can act as a hail spur right there. And next, basically shove this all the way in like that. Rotate this gray part in, rotate the hard plastic yellow part, and then just push the foot in like that and rotate it down like that. Push the tail in. You might have to spin it around and wiggle it, but push it in until it stops right there. The only thing different with the blue line is the back piece is shaped different, so basically that's what that looked like, but everything else transforms exactly the same. So there you go. 2 legs, and this is the orientation. Hunk's lion is the left leg, Lance's lion is the right leg, and you will know it if you try to combine it wrong. It won't give you any type of, it won't connect correctly basically, and you won't get any lights or sound recognition. But because of this, it makes the left leg look a little bit bigger, but they were never completely symmetrical in the original toy anyway. So to close things off, as individual lines, these things are definitely decent and servable. Zero was telling me that he thinks they shouldn't have came with these weapons, and maybe they could have used the saving of money by not having these to put more engineering into the arms that I was complaining about. But I have a feeling that they would have made these simplified anyway because kids. So these are definitely good kids play toys, and maybe younger people who aren't old and just expecting so much like me and some other collectors. Kids will probably appreciate these a lot more, but as it stands, they're still good looking lions and they do what they're supposed to do. So maybe it's just me feeling a little bit greedy, but I can't complain about them too much. They have a good price for what they are, because they are very big, sizable toys. Like, here's a leader class transformer for comparison. Not saying these things have as much plastics or engineering as this Optimus Prime or Super Genrai, but they're still huge. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, let me know you enjoyed it by clicking the like button. Let me know you enjoyed it by subscribing. I have some giveaways going on right now, so look in my playlist for that. And definitely make sure you check the date. If you can't find the videos I'm talking about, then the contest is already over. But anyway, thank you for watching. T-Man978 out of here.